It's the book of Alpha running, man, homie. Read it or weep.
Most men choose to refuse to accept that there's a definite difference when you're dealing with a woman's emotions versus dealing with her feelings. Using the two interchangeably is the main reason most dudes claim to be unable to master the art of making bras fall for them faster. You know, playing that dating game, waiting game is pretty much the way for lames. So without further ado, allow me to introduce to you Dr. BOA, aka Book of Alpha Running Me, the purveyor of today's lesson, answering the age-old question: what's the difference between a woman's feelings and her emotions? Let's take a dive deeper than the ocean. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the reality of the situation is this. Most men don't understand the female species because they're too busy thinking with their wee-wees. And if that's how you're going to live and that's how you're going to play, then you're going to forever play a losing game. You're going to forever play a game where your win-loss record is always going to be in the negative. So you have to understand the difference between a woman's emotions and her feelings. What are emotions? Joy, pain, love, anger, sadness, excitement even. Those are emotions. So when we talk about understanding a woman's emotions and controlling her emotionally, what we're really talking about is controlling her feelings, because you can't control a woman's emotions directly. In order to control a woman's emotions, you have to control her feelings. Now, what are her feelings? Feelings are just how she wants to feel, what she wants to exist as. The fantasy world that women live in is primarily based on their feelings. She either wants to feel like a slut, or she wants to feel like a queen, or she wants to feel like a friend, or a confidant, or a fairy tale princess, or a boss, or slave. She wants to feel like a teammate, maybe even a team captain. She wants to feel significant. She wants to feel like a good mother. She wants to feel like a good wife. She wants to feel like a good... You understand what I'm saying? This is about how a woman wants to feel. You can control how a woman wants to feel. And in controlling how she feels, you then control her emotional state. But just to say that, you know, you got to control a woman emotionally, yeah, that sounds good in principle. But before you could do that, you have to understand a woman's feelings. And they're all different. You have to understand what your woman wants to feel. The woman in your life wants to feel a certain thing at a certain time, and you have to understand what that is and take the easiest route to make her feel that way. Women are simple. Once you understand how your woman wants to feel at any particular time, then getting her to buy fully into your process it's a piece of cake at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And the problem with most men is that they just won't accept the fact that feelings and emotions are not the same thing. Yes, women are emotional. They're emotional all the time, and that's why you can't control their emotions directly, because their emotions are volatile. You have to get to the underlying essence of their emotions, and that's their feelings. Feelings is just what she wants to feel like, not the emotion she wants to experience. Let's see, if a woman wants to feel like a slut, you make her feel like a slut. She's excited by the fact that she's going to meet with the man who makes her feel like the slut she wants to feel like. You see what I'm saying? If a woman is someone's confidant, then if you want her to share in your sadness and have a shoulder to cry on, then you go and confide in her something that's going to make her sad. Bam. Now you got a woman who's sitting there sharing, you know, and hopefully you as a man aren't doing this, but this is for anyone. Women who have a capacity to be sad with their friends make the best friends. Women like to go and talk to other women who are going to feel where they're coming from and cry with them. And you know how emotionally tied in you have to be to someone's process, to someone's life, in order to cry when they cry? Think about that, brothers. If one of my partners came to me and told me his dad died, man, I'd be like, man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But man, I'm not finna cry with him. His dad dying don't move me like that. My dad dying does. But a woman can cry with her friend over what's going on in her friend's life. She can be excited for her friend, for what goes on in her friend. Like, we're men. We're not genuinely excited when someone achieves something. I mean, we're not a hater. We're not against it. But all it does is make us reflect on our own lives, and either we're where they are, above where they are, or below where they are. Depending on, what happens when you reflect on your life, that's going to determine how you view what they're doing. If you're on your mission, doing your thing, and I don't mean past them financially or anything, I mean as far as on your mission. If you're sitting around not doing anything that you plan for your life and this person is achieving their goals, then yes, you're going to feel some kind of way. No one who's dissatisfied with their life is happy for another man's success. No one is. Even men who say they aren't. You understand? It has to be something where there has to be a personal enough relationship where a man can say, hey, I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, bro. I've been seeing how you've been working this thing, man. How you've been grinding, man. Somebody has to respect the work ethic. But with a woman can just embrace the emotion because you have put her in the same feeling space as you. A woman can feel anger at the drop of a hat. All you got to do is make a woman feel betrayed. Make her feel betrayed. She feels anger. She gets angry, rather. You make her feel betrayed, she gets angry. You tell her it's just her, then she find out you've been cutting her friend, she feels pain and anger. You have to know what action puts your woman in whatever particular emotional space you want her to be in. And those emotional spaces are going to either make it very easy or very difficult for you to deal with that woman. So when I say control a woman's emotions, I mean you have to be in the correct feeling space and understand her feeling space. You have to understand what it takes to drop of a dime to put a woman in the emotional state you want her to be in. You have to have the right thing to say, like a strike of lightning. I'm talking about on lightning tap, to put a woman in the space you want her to be in. And many men can't do that because all they want is sex. And that's why you have to chase a woman so long to get sex, because you don't know how to put her in the excitement phase. You don't know how to put her in the love emotion. You don't know how to put her in the lust emotion. You don't know how to put her in the joy emotion. These are the emotions that you need to put a woman in. And if you want to have her tied into your life, have her dedicated into your life, have her invested into your life, have her taking her time and minimizing its importance so she can maximize the importance of your time. It's all about putting a woman in the correct emotional space. And in order to do that, you have to get a woman to open up to you. You have to get her to open up and show you the buttons. All women have buttons to push. You have to know what buttons to push to put the woman in the proper space you want her to be in. If you can't call a woman right now that you're dealing with and say some things to her to put her in the proper space that you need her to be in, you know what I'm saying? If you want to have sex with your woman or any of your women, if you got multiple women, if you can't call her and say the thing that's gonna put her in the proper space where she's ready to get it in, where you put her in that lust space, where you put her in that whatever space she needs to be in to feel that excitement, then that's why you're gonna have all this time. So you're trying to go on dates and spend all this time whining and dining and spending all this free agent time. Shout out to the homie Greg Adams, man. You want to spend all this free agent time just, twiddling your thumbs and hanging around with this chick and talking to this chick and doing all that, hoping that eventually she'll give in. Well, that's a simp mindset. If you're going to chase a woman and hope she gives in, that's a simp mindset. Pimps don't chase women and hope they give in. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference in chasing a woman and hunting a woman. You understand? Guys, we're hunters. We're supposed to hunt. Hunting and chasing is two different things. Every hunt starts with a stalk. Even when you watch a shark hunting seals, it's always down up under the seals, watching them from the bottom. And then it just explodes from the bottom and catches the seal off guard. When you watch lions hunting, they're always in the grass, crouching down low, trying to get close enough. It's an ambush. But instead of ambushing a woman with violent teeth and claws like those animals do, you ambush a woman, man, with charm. You ambush a woman with the alpha energy that she's never seen. You ambush a woman, man, with the masculinity that she's never felt in her presence before. All this happens because you understand what it takes to put a woman in a proper emotional space. So next time you hear someone saying, man, you gotta get in a woman's emotions, you gotta ask them how to do it. Well, they know now because I just said it. But prior to this, How many people who've told you, man, about getting in a woman's emotion, man, controlling her emotions, man, you understand that women are emotional beings, and that's how you stay out of your emotion. You can't make a woman feel love by loving her. You can't make a woman feel pain by being hurt too. You can't make a woman feel joyous because you feel joy. You can't make a woman angry with your anger. You can't make a woman sad with your sadness. I mean, you can do these things, but this is what you want to do. You don't want to do these things. You don't want to make a woman excited with your excitement. Whatever headspace you put her in, you should be the opposite. When a woman's angry, man, when one of my women is angry, man, and she's dealt with someone maybe, throughout the day, man, that's got her pissed off or whatever, man, I calm her. You know what I'm saying? I calm her down. I'm the calming effect. When she's sad, you know what I'm saying? It's like Anita Baker's song. I bring her joy. When she's excited, I temper it a little bit, make sure it stays in line, then I let her do her. If she's excited about something, man, and she had a great accomplishment, man, or something like that, man, hell, I might even flash a smile or two at her. Just to let her know that I'm pleased that she accomplished that. Not that I'm excited, but I'm pleased. When she's excited with what she did, I'm just pleased by it. Because it represents focus, determination, grind, and skill. If one want to feel like a slut, then you do that. That creates that excitement. If a woman want to be made love to and be, and be touched all gently and all that, man, hey man, if that's the woman you got, then that's the thing you got to do. The problem is y'all too busy trying to change women. You can't take a woman that wants to be touched gently and try to rough her up, you know what I'm saying, and try to give it to her rough. You can't change who a woman is. You have to find out who she is and control her from that panel, from that control board. You understand what I'm saying? Every woman has her own set of buttons. And it's your job as a man to figure out how to push those buttons to get not only the effort and energy, but the dedication, focus, and determination in your process that you want from a woman. If you don't do this, then you're forever going to be one of these guys that's out here all the time just trying to figure out how to have some sex. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sex is cool. Sex is great. But it's a whole lot better with a woman who contributed to the food on your plate. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.